Let's start with your reading, Capricorn. This reading is for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus sign. Keep in mind that the energies go both ways. Feel free to interpret the direction of the messages as it best resonate with your own personal situation. Also, I am selecting people for free personal readings. Keep watching to know how to get selected in case you do need a personal reading. Now, let's see what messages we have for you today. Okay. All right. So the energy at the bottom of the deck is the Hermit, but also this Queen of Swords wants to come up. And what I see right here, as soon as I look at these two cards, is a situation where maybe you decided to cut someone off. Right here with this Queen of Swords, you might be a little tired of the situation itself. You might have got to a point where you just do not want to fight for this any longer. Of course, if you could, you would have got to a different type of outcome between the two of you. But right now, since that's not the case, what you're doing right here with the Queen of Swords is just cutting this person off, cutting the connection off. And right now we see with the Hermit that you're trying to just isolate yourself. Now, sometimes, not saying that you're doing this, but sometimes we do this to trigger some sort of reaction in the other person. And we will see if this is the case together with what the reaction is going to be. But overall now with the Hermit, it feels like you are disconnected from this person, at least for the time being, and you're trying to understand what to do next, how to move forward right now. Do I still want to understand and see what this person is going to do, or should I just completely let go and truly move on? Overall, this is the main energy, and it's going to impact all the events that we see right here on the table. Now, in the middle of the reading, we have the Page of Wands and the King of Swords. So to me, this is definitely very interesting because we immediately see this person's reaction. I do see here someone who is going to send a message, and maybe they have already done that. Right here with the Page of Wands, we see that as soon as they realize that maybe you have either blocked them or that you have changed the type of communication completely, they will try to come back into the situation to test your intentions perhaps at this point in time. But then when they see this, when they see that Queen of Swords, look how they transform. They become themselves a swords card, the King of Swords, in fact. Maybe right here at first, the message comes in and this is their real essence, their real element. But then they immediately switch to self-protective mode where they start hiding how they feel, what they actually want to do here. And overall here, we see someone who now is really basing their actions and words or non-words on their ego. There is something right here that which maybe you have done or you have said that overall bruised their ego. And so what they think to do at this point in time, at least as the first reaction, is to play the same game that they think you are playing. But what they don't realize is that this is not a game to you anymore. This is just a very frustrating situation, which you might really do not want to deal with any longer. And so I see that what they're doing right here is just protecting themselves because they feel that you are moving on. And honestly, what I see right here in your focus position is the Eight of Cups. And so clearly right here, you are truly considering that as a possibility. And again, it's not because you don't care. Perhaps it's because you do care. that too much of yourself, too much of your energy, too much of your expectations are invested into the situation. And there is something right here which perhaps you've seen or you've heard from this person that put you in a position where you wanted to protect yourself. And so here I just see you in a way, both looking at each other. They see you starting to protect yourself, starting to pull back, and they do the same. So we have two people here who perhaps have actually a lot to tell each other, a lot to say, a lot to share still, but because of a event, a message, something that has happened here, you're both hiding in your cocoon so that nothing can hurt you. But at the same time, you're still thinking about this, or mainly, especially you, Capricorn, you're thinking about how to move forward because you do not want to be involved in situations that require too much work. And not because you're not a hard worker, Capricorn. You're actually a very hard worker. But you want to work hard for the things that make sense. Situations like this one, whether this is a relationship or anything close to it, you think that it should be easy. It shouldn't be added work. And so if right here you see that this is transforming into drama, maybe you're saying, you know what, doesn't matter how much I care about this person, it's maybe time to cut them off and move on. We see that in your past position, in fact, a strive for independency. And this is really often your conflicting argument, conflicting energy within you. I perceive from this card and the context that surrounds it. You want to fall in love. You want to have people around you who you can rely on, plan things with, plan holidays, and overall plan your future perhaps with. But at the same time, you're always there ready to experience that time where you realize that it's best to not depend on anyone. This is you wanting to be independent naturally, but then, of course, living your life, you meet people, you develop feelings, and this is always contrasting and conflicting with this energy right here. So perhaps here you're deciding to go to the Eight of Cups, move away, and transition into the Nine of Pentacles. You might be thinking, you know what, I'm fine by myself. Now, maybe deep inside, you do feel a little lonely. You do feel that those type of connections are important to you, but you just do not want to settle for something that is just too much of a struggle, too much drama. It should be easy. And that is one of your main goals here. Finding that special connection that it's easy, effortless, and that doesn't create any drama for you. Now, it's not like you want perfection. That's not what we're talking about here. You don't know exactly what you're looking for, but you have a very clear idea on what you don't want. As far as what you receive, you're pretty open-minded. But as far as what you want to keep out from your energy circle, then you have a very clear idea. And that, as we were saying, is drama, is added work, is stress. Because you get a lot of stress from your life already with work and other things. So I completely understand that. Your strength overall in this specific situation, Capricorn, will be to move slowly, but to keep moving. The Nine of Pentacles, one of the slowest moving energy into the deck, but at the same time, it's not someone who is stuck. So there are things coming up for you in the situation which you do not know about. And right here, your strength will be to not close that door. Instead, will be to look at what's coming your way, evaluating it, analyzing it, and then deciding what to do. Because it feels like you are at a turning point in your life. I have to say that. These are not just messages that come up in order to entertain you for 10 minutes. This is something that usually has an impact on your near and distant future. And so the fact that this issue, which maybe you had in the past with other people, but the fact that it's coming right now, it might mean that you are at a turning point, that maybe this person is more special than the others. Maybe this person is worth fighting for, that maybe this is just a test, or that maybe you're about to learn something, to gain something which will point you straight towards happiness, straight towards the sun. There is something that comes up out of a situation, and we will have to see what that is going to be. Supporting the reading and supporting this message right now, although it's hard, and what you want to do, your immediate reaction is just to cut them off, walk away, forget about everything. With temperance instead, we see that advice once again: be patient, because this situation is evolving into something unexpected for you, something that you do not want to miss out on. And so I definitely see you wanting to do that. To you, it's almost something that you do not control. When something is too much drama, when something is too much to handle and it shouldn't be, you do not engage into conflict, right? You instead walk away. You say, you know what? I understand. This is how you are. This is how I am. Not a match. And even if it hurts, you walk away. And right here, this card is almost telling you, wait, hold on, wait a second. There is something else that you should know about. There is something else that is coming up. And soon you will have a clear vision on what this is going to be. So we see that the energy is definitely right here with the Knight of Wands. This to me really talks about an unexpected event, something coming your way, which maybe will make you see the situation in a different, under a different light. This is someone who's being spontaneous, maybe a little impulsive as well. This is really energy all over the place that at first will not make sense. But if you wait a second and analyze it, as we were saying earlier, it will make sense and it will actually show you your path towards a happier chapter. Because, you know, you can find happiness. And even though now you might feel unstable because you decided to walk away, that's what your mind says, but your heart is hurting a little bit. Eventually, you're going to find your stability again. But it feels like this is an opportunity for something that you yet don't know about, something you shouldn't miss out. And so let's see what this is going to be. Overall, this is the situation, and you have to expect to see something that you were not anticipating as of yet. Let's see what this is about. Let's see what this Knight of Wands is representing, what it's going to bring to you, what you should expect in the near future, and how it's going to shape your distant future when it happens. Let's see what's coming up and what you should do at this point in time as well. If you want to dive deeper into the messages, Capricorn, just follow me in the extended video link below in the description box. Also, don't forget that every week, I randomly select viewers who have watched the extended video to offer them a free personal 30-minute reading. I send out emails every Monday morning. Make sure to check out your spam folder as well. Now, stay tuned for the extended preview coming right up after this. Welcome back to your extended reading, Capricorn. So, this can be seen as a very complex situation, but mostly because it's something that you were truly investing into, something that you wanted to see successful for once in your life. But you, in a way, are not surprised by the current outcome. It happened in the past. You got close, you open yourself up to someone, and then eventually too much drama, too much work. You need to keep your sanity, and you do not want to just go nuts behind someone who instead seems like maybe they even enjoy that drama. Maybe they even feed off that. That's not you at all. But with this specific person, there is something that you should definitely know about, something you do not want to miss out on, and something that you will understand later after this Nine of Wands comes in. And so it's clear, it's clear right here that this person is more important than you might imagine right now. And again, we go back to why is this message coming up now? To just give you something to do for 10 minutes? No. This has happened before, but the fact that it's happening right now, this is your opportunity to break a cycle which perhaps you have experienced before over and over again. You have to break it. This might be your opportunity to do so. Let's start looking into this Knight of Wands and let's see what you should expect in the near future. And then we will see how it's going to evolve, how it's going to impact your distant future as well, and what the overall outcome is going to be. Right now, let's start with clarifying the Knight of Wands. Wow, 3 major arcana and a very important card down here with the 10 of Pentacles. Listen, this is definitely something you should consider. And this is why. First of all, let me check.